My name is Temitope Olasumoni and you're welcome to Law, Lifestyle and the Basics. This is where we're here about legal tips and practical living really. Now my name is Temitope Olasumoni once again. It's been a while. I believe it's been since about 2 months ago I last done a video. I took a break from legal practice to attend to certain growing issues, self-development in certain areas, spiritual areas actually. But today I'm going to be talking about the limitation statutes and pre-action notices in law. It has to do with time really. And while today is my birthday, that's why this is going to be more of a lifestyle video than it's of a legal video. So forgive me if you hear about lifestyle essentially. Now the limitation statute, for example, it's a law in Nigeria and it's also applicable with Commonwealth nations like the UK, certain previous colonies of the British government. Now, limitation of statute has to do with, and I believe that they do have certain similar laws in the United States of America, Europe and other parts of the world. Now it has to do with the statute. It's the law that regulates the time within which you can file an action in court. Take for example a simple contract. Let's call it an expiry. It's an expiry, like a time frame, like best before. Yes, for you to bring a matter, it has to be within 6 years, of when the complaint arose from the contract. For example, the breakdown of the contract, the defaults in the contract. Once it happens, make sure you bring an action within 6 years of that date, from that date, or else it expires. So, for example, we're in 2023 and the matter happened, somebody cheated you in a contract like 7 years ago, it's going to be too late. So you see that in law it said time is of the essence, and really time is of the essence. Now what's pre-action notice? For example, in Nigeria we have the Public Officers Code of Conduct Act and all of that. And for you to file an action against public officers, you have to first have to issue them a pre-action notice. That's a notice you give to them before taking the matter to court. And that pre-action notice in some cases is like 3 months, and if you don't do the needful and you go ahead and rush to court, it robs the court of jurisdiction. That means that the court cannot sit on the matter because you have not done the first thing. So you see, it's not good to hurry too much, and it's also not good to be laid back. So make sure everything is done within time. And since today is my birthday, I believe it's very apt for me to quote scripture, being that this is a lifestyle video, to quote the scripture that says in Psalms 90, I believe it's verse 12, teach us to number our days and apply our hearts unto wisdom. Yes, don't count, you just count the years. I believe that's what that scripture is saying. Don't just count the years, but let the years count. So time is of the essence. And it makes me remember a story of my boss's daughter. We went to our school to go and pay our school fees. The secretary and I was my boss's assistant, like a personal assistant. And we took a while in the bank because there was a lot of people there, at least a reasonable number of people in that small bank in the school premises. And when we got back to the car, the young lady who was just about 10, I'm calling her young lady, she was crying, and I was like, she was with the driver, I was like, what's up, why are you crying? And she was like, you guys took long. And I was like, what, come, why in your ramens come? Like, okay. Something like that. I was like, something like that. I was like, see, in life you're going to learn to wait for a lot of things. And that's true. We're adults in now, and they say adulthood is a scam. You realize that your parents, were really the superheroes and not just Batman and people watched on TV, because you really do have to wait for a lot of things. So if you're out there, you're waiting for something, it's waiting season for you. I'm sure it does feel like you're being punished. Well, everybody seems to have their life moving, but really while you're waiting, make the waiting season count. It's brewing you, like tea, you will come out fine, like fine wine, you will come out fine, like bread in the oven. It needs those kind of situation, being in the oven to rise. Currently I'm waiting for my pizza, and I have to wait. So there are things in life you have to wait for, and make good use of the time when you're waiting. Like I'm making a video right now, so what could you be doing right now while you're waiting? This is Law, Lifestyle and the Basics. So in case you've not joined us, do like, subscribe and share. And I'll go back to my topic again. It was about limitation statutes and pre-action notices, all centered around time that you can institute an action in law. So don't just think that somebody did something to my grandfather 21 years ago, I want to give them a clap back. Or no, in law, time is of the essence. Alrighty, do take care. It was nice doing this again. And my t-shirt says Afisuru, Jesus has got this. So do calm down, take a chill pill, and everything's gonna be alright. Take care.